we don't go, oh my gosh, I don't want to go outside because it's so cold. We may think that, but we just think, okay, what do I need to put on to stay warm to go out and feed? Holy cow, we got so much snow. Yesterday we had over a foot of snow, maybe close to 18 inches, and it looks like overnight. Got a lot. We have a little table over here for when we have our bonfires, and that's with kind of settling snow and everything. But so here we go. Hi, Seuss. Hi, little Spicy. How are you? Lots of snow, huh? Yeah. Hi, Sugar. So you can see the snow slid off the roof, and horses now have a little mountain they get to climb. More exercise getting to their food. So, because a lot of times in the summertime it's just Brent and me feeding, we don't really want to haul 1,000 or 2,000 bales all by ourselves. So we've made it so that we have somebody bring in these big 3x4 by 8-foot bales, and a little more difficult to feed in the winter, but it's easier to get it in the barn. So that's what we're feeding. And I don't know if I've said in a prior video, but just to make the watering situation easier for us, we tried to put the horses in as few pens as we can, because we don't want to break ice in 15 different troughs. So we actually have 11 horses in here, and we have 3 different places we feed them. And if you look, you can see the horses out there. They don't feel comfortable coming in, so they're just waiting till I feed over in the feeder over by Chardonnay there. I'll throw some hay in there, and then we have mangers around the back, and I'll feed some more hay back there and this out to them. Hello, Figaro. That feeder is a lot lower now that the snow is so deep. Okay, I'll maybe feed them a little bit more in a minute, but I'll go back here and feed the horses in the back. It's not a bad thing to just stand there and look at your horses as we sit here looking at cows, but just watch your horses, and their winter coat's kind of deceiving, and you can kind of go, oh wow, fat horse, or you know, they're pregnant, and so you think, oh, look at their belly, they're really fat, and they're really not. And so you need to be aware of the condition your horses are in. And so if you say, oh yeah, they're looking, I can see a crease in their back. You look at all the rest of them and none of them look skinny. I mean, if you see a skinny one, maybe that's the time you start going, okay, I need to put you in a separate pen, because I don't want to founder one horse to keep you fat. And so you just keep an eye on your horses, their condition, and if somebody looks like they're too fat. In the summertime, Seuss gets so fat, he starts to get a thick neck, and we think, oh my gosh, he's going to founder. And so we put him in a pen by himself and just feed him just a little bit of hay. And the rest of the horses, you know, we just keep an eye on them. Lady's another one that gets kind of fat, so we've put the 2 of them together just to keep their food at a minimum. We first moved here almost 12 years ago, and we didn't have any shelters here for the horses at all. And so the first thing we started to do was to build a barn to store our hay in. There was an old shelter for hay, but there was nothing for the horses. And so we built that, and then got thinking, after we built the barn and then put lean-tos on for the horses, it would be nice to have mangers for them, because we were feeding them out in the big pen. And of course, horses are horses, they just tromp through their food, and so you're feeding way more feed than what they actually need, just so that they're getting enough to eat. So anyway, so we built these mangers on railroad ties. Hi, kids. And then you'll notice these bars here. Horses are notorious for chewing on wood, and so we didn't want to have our mangers get all chewed up, so we grabbed some old panels, metal panels, and just cut off the outer edges of them and put them on top of all the wooden parts that the horses would want to chew on, and just screwed them down. I mean, they're not pretty, but none of our wood has been chewed on because they can't reach it, so we're really happy with that. Wow, this is crazy. Our path used to be over here. Oh, the dogs made a path for us. Actually, I might need the shovel. Whew. Actually need to be on the other side of the gate. Okay, just so you know, we didn't have any wind last night, so this is all snow up past my knees. Not the biggest snowstorm we've had, but the biggest we've had in a long time. Get our hoses out of the snow before they get packed down and we can't get them out of the snow. Okay. We'll get a couple of them anyway. Set them on top of the snow. Didn't we fill a trough yesterday? With this high snow, the deer start coming out of the mountains, and they don't bother us too much in the fall, but when it gets high like this, they like to come in and eat our hay. And as much as we love the deer, we don't really want to feed them. And so we put a gate on the front to keep them out. You guys hungry? Huh? Whew. This is going to be heavy to throw in. There you go. Sorry for the labored breathing. Once we get all the snow shoveled, so we have to have a place to walk, it'll be a little easier going. You can't be a fair weather owner. If you have horses, they need to eat, because I mean, a wild horse, they're going to fend for themselves, but as soon as you take a horse and lock them into a pen where you're their only source of survival, you have to feed them, and it doesn't matter if it's 30 below zero or if it's 110 or whatever. You have to take care of them, and that may be a huge discomfort for you, but I don't know, I think you got into the horse business, or you chose to have a horse because you're willing to do that. Well, thanks for following me on my tour. If you like what you saw here today and you'd like to see more of the things we do at Flory Horses, you can subscribe to our channel and see what we do here. It's never a dull moment, it's always fun. Come on.